Our military hero for April is William Pozzi. From a Texas family, Bill was raised in Southern California after his father's war service. In the 60s, he volunteered for the Navy and wound up on a submarine. But then he got a terrific offer.
So he said, "Pozzi, do I have a deal for you?" And I said, "What is it?" He said, "You can volunteer for SEAL team." But nobody knew what a SEAL was then because it was brand new. And so I went and took the test, and I said, "Am I a SEAL now?" And they said, "Oh no, you got to go take another test." And eventually, I went to SEAL school and passed eventually.
As a Navy SEAL, he was deployed to places across the world, and in some places you can't even talk about.
I was originally an enlisted guy, and I was a CB SEAL because I had a lot of experience doing things, CB things, right, building and all that stuff. But eventually I became an officer, and I was a technical officer. And so.
But you had a specialty.
I had a specialty, and that's a technical side of SEAL team. Mortars, how to fix things, how to do our daily grind, and you know, that worked out very well for me.
One of his most meaningful assignments was the recovery of the Apollo 12 space capsule.
So your job at that moment was to latch a safety latch on it.
We carried a parachute. I carried a parachute right here in my chest, and the parachute, I had this latch, and I put it on the hook, the eye of the capsule, and deployed the parachute because the capsule would run over you like a lawnmower because it was like a sail, and the wind, it was very rough that day.
Yeah,
and the wind was pretty high, and so you had to slow the progression down because you couldn't keep up with it. A man can't swim as fast as a capsule can go.
So after his 22 years of service, Bill found out that it was time to go home.
I broke my back in Iraq, and so I jumped out of this truck in Iraq, and I broke my back. I didn't know it at the time, but you know, eventually they found that I broke my back, and so they med boarded me out.
Since his return to Victoria, Bill has been teaching for the past 12 years.
You know, it's really good because, especially in Victoria, because you track your kids. I know kids from my first class 12 years ago, and so you see them be successful, and they have their ups and downs just like everybody else, and it's very gratifying that they're part of your life, and you can see their forward progress.
Ladies and gentlemen, our April 2024 Military Hero of the Month is Mr. Bill Pozzi. On behalf of 25 News Now, we congratulate you. We have a little trophy for you and a little cash gift. Maybe you can spend it on the kids, or maybe you can spend it in Israel.
Yeah, maybe.
That was good.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you, Maclavio.
If you want to nominate a Military Hero of the Month, go to our website, crossroadstoday.com, and tell us their story. I'm Maclavio Perez, 25 News Now.